Hello, hey kids ministry leaders. We're going to be doing something completely different in the year of 2022. We're going to team up with Nate, our lead pastor, and discover the Bible together. Now that doesn't mean that kids are going to be over in the main worship center listening to Nate. That would be probably a little difficult for kids. No offense, Nate. A little humor intended there. No, what we're going to do is we're going to try to capture the same topics, same subject matters, and as we are working with the students talking about the Bible and the subject matters and etc., then Nate will be talking about similar things in the main worship center. And the whole goal there is just to make it even better for families to work together in helping their kids discover who Jesus is, discover what the Bible's about, and to, of course, grow and know more about God and grow in their relationship with God. So here's some things that we're going to be working on for January. We would love all of our students to memorize 2 Timothy 3, 16 through 17. And so we'll be working on Bible memory. We'll also be wanting students to not only memorize the verse, but wouldn't it be great if they understood the meaning? So we're going to have a poster like this in your rooms or at the small group tables. And what it does is it simply breaks down a little chunk of the verse and then explains the meaning of it. So it makes it really simple. And it would be perfectly okay if you and the students were together for 5 whole weekends in January and you went over it every single time. That repetitiveness would just really sink it in here and in here so God can help use it out there. And lastly, we would love for students to actually read their Bible. Now that's a little bit difficult for a few kids who can't even read. So maybe I should say we want to inspire our kids to read the Bible, learn how to find a verse in the Bible, but also maybe just simply say, Mom, Dad, help me read the Bible. And maybe they want to just simply get a kid's version of the Bible and read through that with their kindergartners, first graders, second graders, or maybe they want to read the big stories right in here. So we're going to be focused on that for January, but then we're going to be doing other things together with Nate in February, March, and all through the year. And I'm sure there's going to be some bumps along the way, but please be praying with me to just help students really grow and discover who Jesus is. Thanks.
Hey everyone, so we are talking this week about just kind of what is the Bible, and we've got a new Bible verse for the month, I can talk, that is 2 Timothy 3, 16 to 17, which is just all scripture is God-breathed and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness, so the man of God can be thoroughly equipped for every good work. And that's a really long and complicated scripture, but it really tells us kind of what the Bible is and what it's for. So what we're going to really focus on this week in small groups is just learning that verse. So the first thing you can do is just kind of have your group as a group make up actions for the verse, which will kind of help you to remember it. So you can say all like scripture, maybe, I'm just making this up literally off the top of my head right now. So you make like a book is God breathed, maybe you do, and useful for teaching, or you just kind of make up actions that will help them to remember it. And then you can go through it several times and practice it so that they kind of get it down. Once you do that, you can play some just memory verse games. So we have your old standby, write the verse, and then you just erase part of it. So obviously I've not written the verse, but you're going to write it and then you're going to go through and you're going to erase a word. And then eventually what you're trying to do is you're going to go, all scripture is God breathed, and then they've got to fill in the blanks. So you'll have the whole scripture, obviously, but that's one way to do it. Another one is you can have like index cards that have the whole verse written on it. There's different things you can do with these. You can take them and hide them throughout the room, have them find them, and then put them back together. You could play, verse card pickup where you toss them all and they have to quickly scramble to grab them and put them back together. You can time them to see how fast they can do it, if they can beat their record, stuff like that. So you can have a little fun just kind of practicing the verse that way. Another idea is take a ball, get in a circle, and just Everybody says one word of the verse and then passes it to somebody else. If you drop the ball, you have to start over, and then you're trying to say the whole verse and make sure that everybody touches the ball at least once. And then you can do, again, if you want to practice a little more, you can time it and see if they can beat their time on that. So if you've got another game you want to play, feel free to do that. But just basically practice the verse and talk about what it means. Thanks.